What up, what up, what up, people? We are back. We are back. We are back, man. And you just got me this time. You don't got everybody else. Excuse me. You got me this time. We're doing our interview for the Delaware Doom, right? Everybody gets to meet the Delaware Doom, one of the new teams in the KFL. We just finished the schedule release, so this is going to be good because you're going to get like live responses, live reactions to the schedule. These guys just learned what their schedule was, who they're gonna be facing, when they're gonna be facing them, all that good stuff. So it should be fun. Anybody who's with us, man, if you could do me a favor, hit me in the comments, man. I'll put your comment up. We'll respond to your questions. Hit that like and share button, man. Let's get that out there. We want everybody to be able to meet this team from Delaware, and they seem to be ready to just come out and kick some ass. So that's awesome. I like that. In the comments, man, let me know who's with me, who's watching, and where you at if I don't know who you are, because I think most of y'all, I know who you are. So without further ado, man, we're just gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna bring these guys on. What up, fellas? What up? Man, welcome to KFL tonight, man, and welcome to your team interview, man. I can't remember which one. I think it was Junior. Is it Junior or JR? JR. All right. My bad for messing that up. But JR told me.
You're good. I'll take either one.
All right. I asked JR in the background. I said, "Hey, man, so what team you really want to beat, man?" He was like, "Yours." I was like, "Oh." Caught me off guard with that. I wasn't ready for that one.
Honestly,
but it was good.
Any one that were bad ones.
I like it. I like it, man. So the owner, right, is Carl, right? You're the owner of the team, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah. So Carl's the owner of the team, man. Hey, won't you for people who don't know you, just tell everybody a little bit about you, who you are, where you're from, a little bit about your background before we get into it, man.
So my name's Carl Haggerty. I've been fishing out of a kayak for probably about 5 years now. I started around 2017. Started fishing competitively the next year in 2018. I was fishing with MAKBF and Delaware Paddle Sports, local trails just around Delaware, Maryland. Fished them for a couple years. In 2020, I started my own trail, FSKA. I've been running that for about 2 years. We just wrapped up our second season. And yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to the whole KFL thing. I'm looking forward to a team concept, and I'm still running FSKA for now. But we're really looking forward to getting into the KFL.
Bro, I didn't know that, man. I might have to hit you up, man, because I just took over the local trail here, so I might have to hit you up for some tips,
it's
pointers, info. I'm figuring that out already. I'm figuring it out already. Yeah, and I'm just like, because I'm active. I'm active duty in the Navy, man. So it's like I got a Navy.
Okay.
And then I just took over this. I just took over the local trail, and then we got my privateers team. So I'm just like, man, did I take on too much? Like,
it's a big plate.
Yeah, but
it's a big plate.
The challenge is good. The challenge is good though. But I'm definitely gonna hit you up, bro.
Yeah, hit me up anytime. I'll share any information that I have. Help you get it going.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. So, you married, wife and kids, or anything, man?
Yeah. So I'm married. I got 3 kids. My oldest is 9. My daughter is she'll be 8 in a week, and then
nice.
my youngest son is 3.5. So.
That's a good spread. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
The 2 oldest are pretty close in age, so they can play with each other, right?
Yeah, they're like 15 months apart.
Yeah.
Yeah, they fight nonstop.
All the time. My sister used to whoop my ass, but don't tell nobody, right?
Yeah, and professionally, I work as a firefighter EMT, so I only work 2 24-hour shifts a week, so I got a lot of time to fish.
Only 2 24-hour. Y'all, everybody, he said he only works 2 24-hour shifts a week.
Yeah, just 2.
Just 2. That's it. 24 hours at a time. All right, dude. I appreciate what you do, man. Honestly, man. We couldn't as a country, man, we won't be able to do the stuff that we do without, the first responders and firemen and things that y'all do. So thank you for that, man.
Likewise. Thank you.
So back at it, let's get to this KFL thing. So how did you hear about the KFL and what made you want to, get into it on a team, whatever, go from there?
So I didn't know much about KFL because I was so wrapped up in running FSKA for the last 2 years and trying to get that to where it is right now. I had some random person reach out to me like 4 or 5 months ago asking if I wanted to get into, I guess, helping him put together a team for KFL.
Did you see that?
And I didn't know much about it.
Did you see that?
I didn't know much. Yeah, I saw it.
That was my son. Just gonna walk through the. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I'm gonna kick his ass later. Yeah,
I had a random guy reach out to me like 4 or 5 months ago asking if I wanted to help him put together a team for the Mid-Atlantic region. And I didn't know much about KFL because I was wrapped up in running the trail. So I did some research, started looking into it. I guess the team that he was trying to put together kind of fell through. I think there was a little bit of drama going on with him. I don't know if it was anybody else, but it was him specifically from what I'm hearing.
I actually know who you're talking about. So yeah,
you probably know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I kind of got added into the group of the team that he was putting together, and then I got kicked out of the group. And then the reason that I got from him was that they didn't want any Delaware guys. And, I'm from Delaware, and I kind of took that to heart, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. So I was like, you know what, I'll reach out to Greg myself, and we'll put together a Delaware team. And then I heard that team, dissolved, kind of fell apart. So pretty much all the names that were on the list of the guys that he was going to put on his team were names that I gave him. I gave him a list. I said, here's like 15 to 20 guys. Like if you can get 8 guys off of this list, like you've got a squad. So I reached out to a couple of the guys that were on there to see if they'd be interested in fishing for Delaware. They took a week or two to get back to me. They said they were interested. And yeah, I mean, we put together a team. I think we got a very strong team. Our team can go anywhere. I think some of our guys have proven that. Like Greg was saying in the schedule of release, we've got guys on our team that took, was it first, second, and fifth, or
something like that? Yeah.
In the Potomac, we've got guys that rank, pretty high in other major events. I think we've got 2 or 3 Angler of the Years for local trails. We've got two or three rookie of the years for local trails. Yeah, I mean, we got a good team. So I think we'll surprise a lot of people.
So I'll tell you, I looking at all you gentlemen on the screen, looking at the names, this is my first time meeting you guys or ever seeing. I'm like, I don't know who anybody on your team is, and I'm not being disrespectful when I say that.
You're going to,
but I'm not. Oh, you said I'm going to know the names. Oh, I thought you were saying I'm going to be disrespectful. I'm like, no, I'm not going to be disrespectful.
No, throwing it out there.
The way I was going with it, JR, is that's what I personally love about the KFL is that we're bringing light to the names that you don't know, the people that you never heard of. That's what I love. That like we're trying to shine that star bright light on the people that you never heard of, that you're going to hear of. And I love the fact that this year that the bigger names, the known names, are coming into the league. I love that because it's bringing more eyes on KFL. But I'm a firm believer in it's the guys who you haven't heard of that make this league.
That's what I like about this group. You're to be like, not just you, everybody should be like, where the hell did they come from? Like,
I like it.
We got a group we're an hour from fishing smallmouth. We're an hour from fishing tidal water. We're an hour from fishing reservoirs.
We got a
variety.
I
we
like.
can fish. I mean,
I-
we got a hell of a group.
I like David Burt already because David Burt has like this 1,000-yard stare where he's just like, I'm just here to kick ass and take names. So
You should see him
just
on the
put-
water. That's the most
just put-
focused man out there.
Put me on the kayak. I'm gonna do it, and then you're gonna be like, "Who the fuck is that? Oh,
Like I'm not a fan.
who
of
is that dude?"
All right, I'll be honest with you. I can't stand the Eagles. I know we probably
Hey,
got
man.
some Eagles fans here
Hey, listen,
because of our area.
Listen, you will not talk shit about my Eagles.
Well, I'm just the whole
All right.
underdog thing.
That will not
Right
happen.
here. That's right here.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm gonna throw that out there right now.
Well, I wanted to say to you, Carl, when you were talking, I wanted to say, "Hey, man, nice to meet you," because you're like the third person I've ever met from Delaware. Dude, my whole life I've always felt like Delaware is just like a game preserve. Nobody's actually from Delaware. People just
Right
drive through it or go there. So now
Yeah.
I know like 5 people from Delaware. But
I'm not originally from Delaware.
Oh, you're not?
I'm a transplant.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
I'm a transplant to Jersey.
Now, so Carl, man, tell me what's your yak you're in, and man, like what tell everybody what they should expect from your team, and then we're gonna go down the line. We're gonna do the same with everybody, dude.
yeah, so I mean, I actually just picked up a brand new kayak last week. I'm gonna be fishing out of Hobie Outback. I just picked
you
that
went
up from
BMW on us, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Gotcha.
I was in a Native for the last 2 or 3 years. I was recently with Native's pro staff. I was looking for a new boat, and there's 2 or 3 guys on the team that have the Outback, and I've been checking theirs out. And I got tired of getting my ass whooped on the water. I got tired of getting left. So I went ahead and I picked up the Outback. It's a fast boat, so it covers a lot of water, and that was something that I needed. So
Yeah, I got a lot of friends in Outback, and you're right. It's quick, but Outback's a great boat. I'm a bigger
love it.
dude, so it's too small for me. But it's a great platform, and I mean, this is awesome, man, because I need to talk to you. I'm on Bonafide's team, and from what I'm about to get the new the Bonafide pedal drive or whatever.
Yeah.
So I need to talk to you because it's the same pedal drive, so I can learn some stuff. So,
well, I never had a pedal drive.
oh, what yak did you have?
I was in the Slayer XC.
Oh, the Slayer XC. Okay.
Yeah, I was paddling. So
Yeah,
I mean,
me
that's
too.
another reason
Yeah.
why people were kicking my ass on the water. So I spent
Yes,
a lot of time paddling.
That shit sucks, doesn't it? Paddling.
It does.
That shit's for the birds,
did.
man.
Yeah.
So what should we expect, bro? Like, actually, we'll come back to that. Let's meet the rest of the team.
Okay.
So Zach,
Yes,
sir.
man, what's up, man? I'm
Hey,
Rob,
man.
man. Nice
I'm
to meet
Zach.
you, Zach.
Hold on, man.
Man, why don't you take a second, man? Tell everybody about you, who you are, where you're from, and what you do, and how you got into kayak fishing, or what you're here for.
Yeah, I'm originally from Delaware. I'm fishing out of Outback too. I just actually got into kayak fishing 2 years ago, so I'm probably the baby of the group. But I was the guy that went to Dick's, started with the Dick's, then went and got like an $800 Jackson. Then I just worked my way up. I got a Titan. I was with Titan for a while, and now I'm in a Hobie. Switched to the dark side.
Did you went from a Titan to a Hobie?
I did.
That must have been like night and day.
Completely night and day. I don't regret the decision either. I'm not gonna lie. Titan makes a good boat. I mean, Native makes a good boat. Titan's awesome. But a lot of places I go to don't have ramps, so I like to pick this thing up and just launch it in, sketchy spots.
Dude.
Super light, super fast.
I love my kayak, which is a SS 127. But I got a couple buddies, like I said, a couple buddies with Outbacks, and the way they just throw it, they just grab it out of the back of the truck, carry it down, and do it. I'm just like, I'm not doing that with my Bonafide with all my stuff in it. It's like almost 200 pounds. So I'm not
Yeah,
doing
that Titan was a setup, man. I love it. Super stable, super room. I mean, lots of room. It was awesome, but it's not what I needed,
Would you say your kayak fishing improved when you went from the Titan to the
I think
Outback?
so. I was allowed to get to spots a lot quicker, and I don't know. It's nothing wrong with the Native, just for my my needs. The Hobie Outback is definitely where it's at.
Nice.
Yeah.
So 2 years you've been into kayak fishing, man. Did you start out as a boat guy, or you just leisure?
No, I was in Baltimore for about 10 years, so I was in the city. So I just usually fish from the bank. I used to go to Loch Raven a lot. I've always fished, just never got into the kayaks. I didn't even really know kayak fishing was a thing until COVID hit. So once COVID hit, I just hit it pretty hard, man. I was going in.
Yeah, when COVID hit, so many people got into kayak fishing.
Oh my gosh, it took
It
off.
sucked because they was on all my holes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, over there throwing weird stuff that ain't gonna do nothing but let the fish know somebody's doing some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So so then in the Hobie Outback. So here's a question: are you one of the guys who goes out with like the 3 or 4 rods, or do you go out with like the Arsenal?
5 rods right now.
5 rods.
Yeah, 5 rods. I only use Dobbins. It's just my preference. Dobbins and Shimano, steak and potatoes. Can't go wrong. So
I agree with you on both of those, actually.
All my reels are Shimano. I got 1 Lose tournament reel thanks to Carl. He talked me into getting the Lose. But yeah, all Shimano, Dobbins. That's pretty much all I throw.
So are you a river guy, lake guy, power fishing?
I grew up on ponds, irrigation ponds, going out to a field and finding a pond in the middle there and just pulling big ass bass out of there. That's what I grew up on. When I moved to Baltimore, there was like Loch Raven, Liberty. So I got out there. You could rent boats and go out there. So I fished that pretty hard. But rivers, probably my weakest, out of all of them. I fish the other ones, reservoirs and ponds and lakes the most. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this year to get on some rivers for sure.
Dude, this is what I tell all of you guys. I know this obviously new team's going to be first year in the KFL. You're going to learn so much this year, man. Like, and I'm not saying that you don't know anything or that you know this much and you're going to learn this much. You're going to learn so much just based off of the fact that Carl, Zach, Charles, JR, David probably would never actually, like, just fishing against each other, talk to each other about how to catch fish and what you're looking at and how you're breaking waters down. But now you're a team. And it's going to be beneficial for you guys as a team to have those conversations, to figure out how to break waters down as a team, how to catch fish as a team, and figure out the other guys' strengths and stuff. Do you learn so much, man? It's going to make you so much of a better angler.
I'm definitely looking forward to that too. Picking some brains of some better anglers than me, learning off each other.
Yeah, and everybody has their strength. Say again, Carl?
Don't ask me.
Yeah. Carl's trying to be the dude to tell everybody, I mean, I don't know what I'm doing out there, and then he pulls in with 105 inches or some shit.
Oh, I don't.
We're not saying we're bad. Rivers are just my weakest. Not saying I'm bad in rivers.
I don't even believe you right now, though, Zach. Like, you're like, yeah, I'm weak at rivers. So we're like, oh, yeah, hey, we're going to put Delaware on rivers, right? And then we're going to go out there and y'all going to have like 230 inches. And I'll be like, they can lied. No, man. Like, dude, this is, get ready to just genuinely have a bunch of fun and learn a lot from the experience. And my favorite part, honestly, man, wasn't even the time on the water. It was the time before the tournament where we met up with the other teams and we kicked it, we drank, we talked. And then it's funny because you have all that great time the day before, like hanging out with the other teams and doing everything, eating food and drinking. And then when you show up to the ramp in the morning, it's like, I don't even know who the hell that dude is, man. Dude, take your ass over there or something. It's awesome, Zach, man. I'll be honest with you, man. It's awesome.
I'm looking forward to it.
So would you say you're a power fishing guy, finesse guy, don't put you in a box guy?
Man, I like it all, man. I don't have a preference, to be honest. I like finesse, power fishing, I like it all. Grass,
so
anything.
Let me ask you this. Tournament's over at 4 p.m. You have 4 good fish, but you need a 5th good fish. What you going to be throwing to get that fish with 30 minutes to go?
I can't tell you that.
Damn it.
Spider-Man fishing rod combo.
Hey, don't knock the Spider-Man fishing rod combo. A rooster tail. I got you. All right.
No, I like, I don't know. That's tough. Can't go wrong with a worm, man, in that situation. Where am I fishing? What is it? Are we on a river? Where are we at?
That's a great response. Great response. I ain't gonna have you give away too much, Zach. I ain't gonna have you give away too. You married, kids?
Married, 2 kids, 2 boys.
How
I got
old?
one teething right now too. So.
Is he right there?
Oh man, now he's in the room upstairs. But I'm waiting for the wife to come down to yank me out of here.
How
No,
old
I
are
got
they?
a 10-month-old and a 10-year-old. So a little
Awesome,
bit of
man.
a gap.
10-month and 10-year-old. Huh?
Yes,
That's
sir.
awesome, man. What do you do?
Well, right now I sell concrete. I was in show business till COVID hit, kind of shut everything down. Moved back here, started a new business with my brother. So,
Man, you can't. First off, you're not just gonna speed past the fact you said you was in show business.
yeah,
We're not just gonna glaze over that shit real quick. Like,
yeah.
what'd you do?
I was
man?
a lighting designer for a bunch of artists. So I did a lot of traveling, living in Baltimore and like DC area. So
Really?
I was there, and then COVID hit and shut everything down. There was
I
nothing.
bet you got some crazy stories, don't you?
I got a few. I got a few.
I don't think we face each other on the schedule, but I might have to take a drive to Delaware, man.
Yeah,
Meet up with you guys
man.
and have some beers and go fishing or something. Because I want to hear some of these stories. That
For sure. Absolutely.
All right, man. Just so we keep rolling, so everybody gets to meet you, and then we're gonna get into the shoot shit factor of this. Charles, man, what's up, man? The floor is yours, man. Tell us about you. First off, great beard, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, dope beard.
Got in a kayak in 2017. I'm actually one of the Maryland guys. Moved back to Maryland. I was stationed down in Jacksonville, North Carolina. Bet you know where that is, Robert.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
But
what branch?
Marines.
Marines. Okay.
Yep. The men's department of the Navy.
Yeah. You know who signs your paychecks, right? The Navy. But anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put the Marines down. Marines are our big brothers for real. I'm gonna call you if I ever get in trouble.
Now I got in a kayak in 2017. I was looking for something to do, kind of, transitioning back to civilian life was a little tough, so I decided to get out on the water, and I've been on the water ever since. In a Hobie PA-14, same kayak I started out with, and yeah.
So you started out with a PA-14, huh?
Yeah, I go big or go home, man.
Yeah, you went straight to the BMW, huh? Pinky up and everything.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. So PA-14, nice. You liking that thing?
Oh, I love that thing. I've had that thing since 2017, and that's still running strong. So
you're not gonna go up to the 360.
I want one, but they need to fix that drive.
Oh, has the drive been having a lot of issues?
Keep falling out. Yeah.
Well, actually, I got a buddy that did actually happen to him. I didn't know it was a known issue, but so all right, cool. So PA-14, you've been kayak fishing for a few years now, right? You said 2017, so we're in 21, so 4 years now. You fished the trail? You fish Carl's Trail or whatnot?
Yeah, I fish FSKA. I started out with the Delaware Paddle Sports Trail, did those a little bit. Did the KBF Challenge stuff for a while, and then last year fished a couple of the KBF Trail events and tried to travel a little bit. So,
which ones did you fish last year?
I fished the Potomac and Candlewood.
How'd you like Candlewood?
I don't want to talk about that place.
All right, we want to talk about Candlewood. What about Potomac? How'd you like Potomac?
I finished I finished tied for 5th. I wound up losing the tiebreaker, so I got 6th. So.
Oh, he had a bigger fish?
Yeah, I think he had it. I think he had me by like a 1/4 inch or something like that.
Nice.
Or no, I think he caught it first or something. I can't remember what it was. He had the tiebreaker. That's all I can remember.
Got you. Yeah, I fished that event, man. Since we're sharing. Last year, rivers were not like a thing for me. I hated fishing tidal rivers. I hated chasing tides. That's not my thing.
Well, that was the day one Potomac when it was like 30-mile-an-hour winds and the tide never wanted to come in.
And the tide and the water was like 30 feet from the launch. Yeah, you had to drag your shit through the mud. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I lost I had 4 fish, man. I only came in with 4 fish. I lost an 7-8 pounder with 20 minutes to go in front of Greg and the guy who finished second. I mean, he was like, yes, but because that fish.
I tell you, man, them Potomac fish are angry, man. They fight hard.
Yeah, man, they are.
You'll reel in a 14-incher, think it was an 18-incher.
Yeah, man, they do fight hard on the Potomac. So PA-14, for 4 years you've been fishing out of kayak now. So what are you looking forward to for the KFL, man? Like, what made you join? When I'm assuming Carl hit you up, was like,
hey, yeah. Carl hit me up on Facebook, asked me if I wanted to join, and I think it took 10 minutes, and I said sure, sign me up. So
10 minutes, huh? Carl, you're a good negotiator,
Yeah.
huh? I like it. I like it.
Well,
Did
I
you?
was all about it last year, and apparently Maryland was trying to get a team together last year, and I contacted the
They
guy,
were.
and it
Yeah.
never
Fell
came
apart.
through. So I was all for the KFL last year, but Maryland never got a team. And then when I found out Delaware was getting a team, I jumped on it because I can throw a rock and hit the Delaware state line. So figured might as well.
All right. So you got any wife and kids, man?
I got a wife and 4 kids.
4 kids. You just like me, dude. I got 4 kids too. Yeah. How old are your kids?
15, 12, and 2 6-year-olds. Well, almost. One's almost 7. She'll actually be 7 in 12 days. So.
Oh, all right. You got big plans for her birthday?
Oh, I don't know. If you know where I can find a
knows.
unicorn, maybe.
Actually, I might know where you can find a unicorn. I'll call my daughter and find out. But
All right.
So, wife and 4 kids, man. You know that's awesome, man. I love. I mean, like I said, I got 4 kids. I love my kids, even though my 2 oldest ones are like just driving me through the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I got a 21-year-old daughter and then a 16-year-old son are the 2 oldest, and I'm just like, you're killing me. My 21-year-old, she doesn't live with me anymore, but my 16-year-old does. That's the one who walked. I think it was during the schedule release. Walked. No, it was with you guys. Walked by,
Yeah.
shirt off and everything. I'm just like, dude, for real? That's what we do. All right, I'm gonna go up and talk to him later. By talking to me, I'm gonna go up there and body slam him, even though he's probably a little bigger than me. But anyway, would you say you're a power fishing dude or a finesse fishing guy, or don't put you in a box?
I'd say don't put me in a box. I like to junk fish. I will fish anything, anywhere. I'm the one that looks like a porcupine on the water with 12, 15 rods on there. You know, I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. You know what I mean?
I'm kind of that way too, man. That's probably why my kayak weighs like 200 pounds.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks that it weighs that much, especially after 10 hours on the water, and you've been,
Yep.
Yeah. But no, I like that. I got a buddy who's like that. I think he usually goes out with a 11 or 12 rods.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's funny you say you're a junk fisherman. He says I'm a tactician.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 different views. I don't really think it's junk fishing. I think you have everything you need to figure it out. But that's just my personal opinion.
I mean, we had a event on one of the rivers near us with FSKA, and you can ask Carl. He saw me come off the water. I had rods rigged with anything from a Ned rig to a glide bait, so I was ready to go.
You got do you have any $300 glide baits?
No. I got like the little S waivers. I'm not that big into the big.
I didn't know if you was the $300-$400 glide bait guy.
No. My wife would wring my neck.
I was going to ask you how you got away with that because I was going to try to get some pointers. Because my wife already like, don't let something show up to the house and it's for me and not her. And she's like, "Oh, you bought some more fishing stuff?" I'm like, "You have 12 boxes show up daily, and I have 2 boxes show up once a year." Like I bought more, whatever. We ain't gonna get into that, Charles, because I'll be going all night, man. What should we expect from you this year, man? Everybody gonna know who Charles Coleman is at the end of the KFL season?
Yeah. Well,
okay.
We'll see. Like I said, I like to fish a little bit of everything. My favorite's grass. Don't put me near grass. I will find the biggest fish in the lake in grass. And I'd probably say my weak points, just like Zach, is rivers. But like I said earlier, I finished good on the river too. So that just tells you what Delaware is bringing to the table.
Y'all talk pointers, man. Both now 2 people said my weakness is rivers. I don't hear that shit. Nope. I don't believe none of it. I'm glad y'all not on the schedule because nope. So what do you do, man?
I fish. Yep, that's about it.
I want your job.
Now I'm kind of in between things right now and just doing some side things with some buddies. And
I got you. So you got a lot of time to go out there and catch some beasts.
Yeah.
What's your PB?
Or
I should say kayak PB. I don't know. You might have been a boat guy before, so
22, 21 3/4 or 22, something like that.
Did you catch that on the Delaware River? Because if you did, you're the greatest fisherman in the world.
No, it wasn't on Delaware River.
Do you fish that place? Do you ever fish the Delaware River?
I haven't. No.
No. Okay. Any of you guys ever fish the Delaware River? I just want to know if it's as tough as Mike always tries to make it sound like it is. No. All right.
Oh, it's terrible.
Never even heard of it.
No.
You guys are full of God damn it. Y'all can do that. All right, I got you. All right, man. Appreciate it, Charles, man. Let's JR, man. What's up? You got the screen, bro. What's up?
What's going on with you?
The guy who said he's gonna beat my privateers.
What's that?
I said the guy who said he's gonna beat the privateers. That's who he wants to beat. How you doing?
I want to
man?
beat any team that comes against us, honestly.
I can believe that. I look at your face and I actually see that you get excited about the thought of just beating the next person. That's what it looks like when I look at you.
Particularly on their own home ground.
Dude, that's my favorite part about this format because it sounds like that's your favorite part about this format too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome, right? Just being able to go to your home, like, hey, man, you fixed me
I
dinner
just want
last
to go
night.
to somebody else and just whoop up on them.
Yeah, they fix you
I'm gonna be
dinner.
honest.
They bought you a beer.
I'll tell you right now, I'm a quiet, low-key, laid-back person. I'll talk some shit. Seriously.
But
I want to
make
beat that away team.
You just blew my whole mind because you said you're a quiet, laid-back dude, but then you said you'll talk some shit.
Honestly, I fish MAKBF. Them guys, you ask any one of them guys, I'm quiet, I'm laid back. I just kind of do my own thing. But when it comes to a team aspect like this and everything, I'll talk some shit.
All right,
I want to go away, and I want to beat them away teams. That's my goal here.
So is there anybody on a opposing team that you just want to whoop that ass?
A particular person?
Yeah.
No, not really. It's just a team.
I don't need you to say their name. There's a team that you particularly want to whoop that ass. What team is that?
Oh no, just all the away teams themselves.
Oh, just all the away teams. Okay.
All the away teams.
Y'all not on our schedule, right?
I don't know.
No, y'all not on us. So you can be cool with me. You ain't gotta want to whoop my ass. We ain't gotta face
good.
it
No.
until we make the playoffs. We good.
We're good.
Until we make the playoffs, that's when you can hate me and stuff. But before that, we can be good, man.
Oh, there's no hate between anybody. I just want to win and just shake hands at the end of the day.
Listen, if you win, I'm not shaking your hand. All right, I'm not shaking your hand. You might go back to your truck and you might have a flat tire or something like that. I don't know. That's Greg. He had like 3 flat tires, but that's neither here nor there. So, are you originally from Delaware? Man?
Originally from Delaware. I grew up there for about 30, almost 35 years.
Oh shit!
Then I moved to Jersey, and when I was about 35, I'm 41 now. I'll be 42 in April.
Well,
I moved to Jersey, and
I've been over 41,
in Jersey
man.
the last few years.
You don't look 41, so you've aged well.
I do. I know. I'm pretty, right?
And this is the guy who said he's quiet and reserved. Really?
He's the face of the team.
Really? Yeah. I like it though. I like it though. Jack Tibbins, man. I think Jack, you're on. Damn, Jack, what team are you on? Because Jack made a comment. He said they're coming to you. Let's go. So Jack says they're coming to y'all for one of y'all home games, and he's like, "Let's go." So
what team is he on?
I'm trying. I think
Now
Jack
striking up comments.
Connecticut.
Is he on the Renegades?
Yeah, he's on Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yeah, so, okay. Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
See, this is what I want.
That's what you want. Yeah, that's what Jack, man. That's what spurns JR on. So yeah, just bring him all that shit. All right.
It does.
All right, man. So what do you fish out of?
I'm out of Old Town 120 PDL.
PDL. Okay, Old Town, man. Old Town makes a good kayak, man.
I
First
like
kayak is
first one. I started fishing out of the kayak in 2018, 2019. And 2020, I did a couple tournaments, a couple online tournaments. I did one tournament with MAKBF. I think I did maybe 1 or 2 with KBF, one Hobie one, just testing it out. Yep. And then last year I kind of jumped into it.
Now you just 10 toes down. You're in it right now, right?
I got the fever after kind of doing it, and then last year I was just all in.
You married? You got kids?
I'm married. I've got 13-year-old stepson. I got my 15-year-old niece that just moved in with us, and I got a 5-year-old son. He'll be 5 in April, actually.
Well, that's awesome, man. Family's awesome.
Yeah.
How does your wife feel about your addiction to kayaks now and the money you're spending?
That could go either way.
It goes good when you come home with a win.
When I'm bringing home a couple checks.
Yeah, it goes good when you come home with a win.
Yeah, when I came home with some wins like the one on Potomac.
Oh, did you win the Potomac?
Ecstatic, yeah.
Congrats, bro.
She was happy with that.
Hell yeah. Day 1 or day 2?
Day 1.
Day 1.
I couldn't fish day 2 because of my my little one's birthday.
Where'd you go day 1?
The Potomac.
I'm guessing you're gonna fish the Potomac again for this KBF that's coming up.
Unfortunately, I'm going to be away for a family trip in Tennessee.
So why can't we talk about where you went? I'm fishing that Potomac event, man.
I gotta tell you, I fished one log.
Dude, when Greg beat us on the Potomac,
I talked to Greg afterwards.
He fished one log. Do you know how bad it is to lose to Greg?
I had one bank I fished. I went up and down it, and I came back to this log, and I caught a fish off of it. Threw back, caught another one. I didn't anchor up, but I kind of pedaled in place, and I blocked that spot from every person that came by. And I caught all my fish off. I caught 9 fish off of the one freaking log. And it was amazing. I left because it slowed down. Went and fished another spot. Came back, caught 2 more off of it. I couldn't call within 2. I caught off of it, but
well, Jack wanted you guys to know, the guy who says he's coming to y'all and he's going to beat y'all, that he won day 2 at the Potomac. He wanted you guys to know that.
Yeah, well, we're not fishing the Potomac.
Hey, Jack, they're not fishing the Potomac, bro.
I got Google where I came. I've never fished that place before in my life.
No, I actually don't want you to tell me because I like to figure stuff out on my own.
I did a bunch of research.
That's awesome, man.
Found an area I liked out of the wind because you know how windy it was and everything. Found a nice area I liked from the research I did and fish, and I struck gold. I'm not gonna lie. And I've started to learn that just from tidal fishing. You find one, usually you can find a few more. And I did that day and it worked out. So
what are you most comfortable fishing? Power fishing or?
So I'm both. I love the Susquehanna. I'll go up to the Susquehanna. I mean, I'll travel 2 hours up there. I take day trips up there just to fish the Susquehanna. I'll go up there and power fish, and I'll switch over to a Ned rig and fish that.
Oh, it's the worst rig in the world.
And then I'll freaking down here. I'll power all the way around, and it varies on the times, the conditions, what I feel like.
Got you.
Honestly, I'm kind of. I prefer power fishing, but if it has to be, I mean, I'll throw that Ned rig on and slow fish Carolina rig and just kind of creep it along there and do what I got to do.
Here's a question for all of you. What would you say fishing a jig is? Would you say fishing a jig is power fishing or finesse fishing or neither one, just kind of in the middle? I don't know.
You fish it, I would say.
Say again?
Yeah. It depends how you're fishing. If you're just hitting spots real quick or if you're actually sitting there and working it. You kind of work it both ways.
I got a buddy of mine who tells me that I'm a finesse fisherman because I love to fish. I absolutely love. I'm not like Fluke Master. I actually literally throw the jig. I love to fish a jig, but I don't fish it the same way. It depends. Like I feel like anybody who fishes, who's good at fishing or who really loves to fish, knows that you fish the conditions. So I just feel like I can fish a jig and get bit if it's a power fishing bite or if it's a finesse bite. I feel like I can fish it both ways and still get bit. So like exactly what you said, David, depends on how you fish it. So I don't think I'm a finesse fisherman because I love to fish a jig, but He does. I hate fishing the Ned rig, so you can't call me a finesse fisherman. I hate it. I catch every brush pile, every rock, every license plate there is in the lake. That's what I catch with a Ned rig.
So do you consider a bladed jig a jig?
No.
No?
No. I know it's called a bladed jig or whatever, but I don't. Honestly, Carl, that's a great question that you just gave me. I really appreciate the question. I've just now recently, probably last year, got comfortable fishing or comfortable. I won't say comfortable. I'll say confidence fishing a bladed jig. And something that I learned towards the end of it is that you don't have to fish a bladed jig moving to catch fish on a bladed jig. You can almost fish it like how you fish a jig to catch them with a bladed jig. And it blew my mind. I caught a fish off a bed with a white jackhammer. Blew my mind. I threw everything at this fish, a regular jig. I threw a creature bait. I threw I can't remember what the little ones that look like a warmouth. I threw that on there. He wouldn't even look at it. And I threw the bladed jig on there, and I popped it twice and just hammered it. And then I tried it on another bed, and it was just the bladed jig is probably one of the best new lure that's come out in the last 10 years.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
So, the Potomac, I threw bladed jig, crankbait, spinnerbait, and stick worm. That's what I just switched between all them and caught them off that log. I just kept changing up, keep them active. And then
now, what made you fish this log? Oh, God damn it! Now we're getting into like
that first fish I caught.
We'll come back to that, JR. We'll come back. See, now you about to get me into just talking fishing, and I want everybody to meet you guys. No, so you think you'll ever change from that old town, or you love that old town?
I've actually been looking at the Bonafides this year. I'm looking at going to the Bonafide, the pedal drive.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Since it's just the two of us on here right now and nobody else, and we're pretty close to each other, I'm going to be getting it pretty soon, but I'm still going to be using my actual tournament setup I have now. So if you want to test it out, let me know. We can meet up somewhere. I'll give it to you so you can use it or whatever. I'll do that for you,
that out.
Especially since you want to beat me. So I'll let you get comfortable in my kayak. Excuse me. Sorry. All right. So let's move on to David, man. And then we're going to get into the fun portion of this, man. David, tell the world about you, man. Pretty much the same thing what we done did, man. Who's David Burt?
So I've been fishing pretty much since I could walk. My dad got me into fishing. I got into bass fishing when I was able to travel on my own, ride a bike to a pond and stuff like that. Got my first kayak. I got my first Hobie in 2008.
There's a lot of Hobies on this team.
I have a 21 Outback right now.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I love Outbacks. They're kind of, like I said, they're kind of the Cadillac of the kayaks. I don't want a PA just because they're too big. I like to be able to move around pretty quick. If I want to beat it up a little bit, it's not quite the price of the PA. But otherwise, I fish a lot, pretty much doing any kind of fishing, bass fishing. I work on an offshore charter boat, so fishing is pretty much what I do all the time.
That's awesome, man. So you can fillet a fish in like 0.2 seconds.
I mean, I can, but actually here, luckily, I don't have to. When we get to the dock, they pay fish cleaners. I mean, our day's already long enough. We start at about 4 o'clock in the morning and don't hit the dock until about 6 in the evening. So that's one reprieve we have is when we hit the dock, all the fish that we bring in, they just take them up to the dock and get fish cleaners to clean them.
So you fish literally all the time then?
Pretty much, yeah. Our season up here out of Ocean City starts in May, and we fish through like October. It's pretty much every other day at least. Can we
switch jobs? Because I'd love to fish all the time.
I mean, it's like I said, it's about a 16-hour day each day. And during the summertime, we're fishing 5 days a week.
Never mind. I don't want to switch jobs anymore. You said 16-hour day. No, I don't do it.
But it's definitely fun.
I go in at 6, bro, and I'm out of work at like 9, so I don't want to do that. I'm all right. I'm usually literally like around 9:30. I'm like walking outside, seeing what the wind's doing, see what the temperature feels like. I'm like, I think I want to go fishing. All right, man, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go fishing. Y'all got this. But no, that's awesome, man. You married? You got kids, bro?
Yeah, I'm married. I have one that's about to turn 2, and then my wife's due in February.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Boy, girl?
Boy. 2 boys now, so I have 2 boys.
2 boys. You got a name picked out already?
Not for this one. My wife's killing me about that.
What's your youngest's name? Or
Daniel.
I guess your oldest
Samuel.
and youngest right now. Daniel?
Samuel.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So you don't have a name picked out for the oldest yet, but she give you a deadline? Or I'm sorry, for the newest kid. She give you a deadline?
She's about to.
Is she right there like, yeah, tell them to pick a name out right now?
Over here laughing.
How long you been married?
A year and a half now.
Oh, it's congrats, man. Congrats. They just,
Yeah, look around first.
run. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking, man. I've been married 3 years now, and I'm loving it. She allows me to fish a lot. I fish a lot, bro. Like I fish a lot, and she allows me to do it. So I can't be too upset. And
I'm kind of in the same boat. I fish for a living, and then go fun fishing doing this. So definitely.
Yeah, it's funny, man, because you just made me think of something. Being in the Navy, people always be like, "Hey, man, so you go out to sea, and then you come home and you want to go back out on the water?" I was like, well, "That's 2 different things, man. Like me going out for me to bass fish is completely different than me being out in the water for work." But whatever. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm the same way. People are like, "How can you get done offshore and fishing and go do that for fun?" But I just love fishing. Hey.
I've literally drove, like, I think when I came back from the national championship, I got back. Obviously, I got back late at night, so I went to sleep. Obviously, and then I woke up the next morning and I went fishing. My wife was just like, "You just spent like literally the last 12 days fishing, and you just got home. You gonna go to sleep and go fishing?" It's like, well, I got to get better. So yeah. So, what's your favorite thing to throw, man?
Everybody knows me for throwing a buzzbait.
Really?
I love to throw a buzzbait. I love throwing any top water, but yeah, I do pretty good with a buzzbait.
Dude, I've recently gotten into throwing top water because I've never been a top water guy ever. I just something wrong with my brain and my hands. When I see the fish strike, I just want to set the hook. Go figure. I'm probably the only person in the world feels that way. So I never really had good hookup ratio. So I would literally just not throw top water. Like in the prime times to throw top water, like first thing in the morning, you got cloud cover, whatever. I wouldn't throw it. I just start off with something else because I just don't like throwing it. But I recently got into it. And are there really intricacies in throwing a buzzbait like that?
I mean, looking for what to hit. I mean, it's just like all fishing, just the little things, what you want to hit and how you're running the buzzbait past things and different little things like that. And, getting it to a little more action other than just cranking it steadily and when to do that and stuff like that. But
I just want all of you guys who are on the Delaware Doom, who are on this interview with me, to know that this whole interview, David's been the one guy who looked like I'm not giving up no secrets, but he's been the most guy willing to talk about doing fishing stuff. All of you guys is just like, nah. David the whole time has been like this. We just gonna keep everybody
his buzzbait isn't no secret.
Yeah, everybody knows me for throwing a buzzbait.
Crazy.
They'll go by me and the water will be 55 degrees. What were you throwing and catching them all? Buzzbait. I have a lot of confidence in it.
I really thought we were getting punked for the longest time.
People don't,
there's no way.
And that's a big thing, David. People don't understand that confidence is huge in whatever you throw.
One thing. To me, if I have confidence in a chatterbait too, but if I can get bit on a buzzbait, I'm going to throw that because I'm addicted to the bite. I like to see the explosion.
Are you still throwing it right now?
Are not here in Maryland, but I just come back from a couple days in Florida, and I was throwing it down there. Caught a few, but I like live bait
in Florida.
there. I was throwing some shiners down there a little bit.
Did you say you was throwing live bait?
Yeah, I like shiner fishing a little bit.
This is a recording, so I'm gonna go back and just bleep all that out, so nobody heard you say you was throwing live bait.
I don't
so
know.
You're good to go. No, I'm joking, man.
Down there, it's fun in Florida for throwing them live baits, man. You can catch some big fish. When I was down there just this last trip, I caught one close to 8. My brother caught 1 7. I was down 2 weeks before with my wife, and I ended up catching one close to 10 and one just over 8. So
that's pretty good.
It's not as fun as throwing artificial, but I still have fun at it.
So is the Outback your first kayak or?
Yeah, well, I had a 2005 that I ended up getting in 2008. And I had that one forever and ended up upgrading to a 16 and then ended up upgrading to a 21.
So how long you been kayak fishing?
Since 2008.
That's what you said, since 2008. So out of everybody, you've been kayak fishing the longest out of your whole team, seems like, or out of the guys here with us.
Yeah, it's been a while. I just did get into the tournament fishing, I guess, when Bass finally put on tournaments. I went down and fished that Logan Martin tournament for the first one. And I did all right. I guess I was like 47th out of 200 anglers, so didn't do too bad. I got one pre-fishing day in, so that kind of got me kicked into it. And then I went to Lake Fork. And
did you catch them on a buzzbait?
No, it was still early that time of year. I caught them all on chatterbait in Lake Fork. I actually caught them on a shaky head in Alabama down on Lake Logan Martin. It was in March. I guess it was cold and rainy, and it was kind of miserable. But, I caught my limit, so it wasn't too bad.
Nice, man. That's awesome. Dude, 40 anything out of 200 anglers ain't nothing to sneeze at. Seriously?
Not when it was my first tournament as far as bass fishing and stuff like that.
And then with 1 day of pre-fishing? Come on, bro. That's damn good.
Yeah, I had fun. I'd never been spot fishing. I ended up catching a couple spots, and so that was definitely fun.
Dude, it's the funnest. Well, I've only caught one smallmouth, and it was like, I want to say it's 14 inches, but it really wasn't. It was like 11 3/4 inches. But so here, I don't have smallmouth here where I'm at, where I live in Virginia. I do have a lake that has spots. And it's not like, when I think of spots, I think of like 12-inch. Like when I watch people go spot fishing, they catching little like really dink spots, and I'm like, that's what I think of. And they're like, "Oh, this fish fights so hard," and I'm like, in the wind hell, that's a 12-inch fish. That fish. So you tell me that fish felt like you was fighting a 2-3 pounder, whatever. But I got a lake here, man, and it has big spots. Ask Florida Copperheads. That's where we put them on last year when they came up here to face us, and in practice, one of the guys caught a 20-inch spot there. And I've never caught one there smaller than 15 inches. And I was like, the first one I caught, I swore I had a 5-6 pounder on. Like when I set the hook, I was like, I'm in a log, but it started swimming. And I'm like, what the hell? They really do fight. And I'm told that smallmouth fight harder. And JR says he loves to fish the Shenandoah. And I'm told, you said Shenandoah, right?
Nah, Susquehanna.
I'm sorry, Susquehanna. I'm sorry. And I'm told a Susky, like the smallmouth and the Susky are different. Like they fight so much harder.
You ain't comparing nothing to that.
Yeah, that's what I do. And I've heard that from multiple people. So I'm looking forward to it. You guys say you're an hour away from Smallies. I got to come hook up with y'all because I need
I'm
to
about
go
an hour and a half from the Susquehanna, from the decent part of the Susquehanna.
I don't know what's good and bad. So
Harrisburg.
Is that good or bad?
Good.
Good. Hey, Harrisburg.
Harrisburg is good.
Write that down, Harrisburg. Nah, man.
Tell her to book a trip to a campground right there.
She ain't coming. What's wrong with you? Nah,
well, you got the Hobie BOS coming up. Come on, fish it.
She definitely ain't coming. She'll need to see my trips to the bait shop. You trying to get me killed?
You gotta fish the Hobie BOS on the Susquehanna.
I am fishing that one, but you trying to get me killed right now. All right.
Why?
Because she can't be there. Because when I'm going to the bait shop to buy stuff.
Come on, I'll bring my wife. You said your wife will send them on out shopping.
What? What do you mean we send them out shopping? That's worse than her yelling at me. Come on, man. You know what? Let me show you something. Let me show you. You see all these damn boxes right here? That shit she's ordered. That shit that was delivered today. All right. Today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're not small boxes, so I don't even want to ask how much. Whatever. We're not getting into that because y'all gonna make me mad. It's probably like $1,000, right?
Well, you look me up when you come to Hobie BOS.
Not now. You tell me I'm looking
on the Susquehanna.
All right. So Delaware Doom. Who came up with a name?
Oh,
I did.
Carl.
What about the logo?
Carl.
You two.
Carl.
Y'all put everything on Carl. Carl, you got it figured out.
Now, I was talking to Sam, and we kind of come up with the idea of how to do the logo. And I mean, Sam did his thing on it, and it came out great.
Sam Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He does. He really does do great work, man. I mean,
yeah.
Dude
Every
good.
logo that I've seen him do was awesome. So
dude's good at his craft. So, did any of you guys know about the KFL before Carl approached you about it? I think Charles, you said you did.
Yep.
Yeah.
You did. When you first heard of it, were you interested, or were you just like that? Don't seem like something I want to do.
I was all for it. As soon as I started hearing Greg do live streams talk about it before KFL was even a thing, I was all for it. I was like, team bass fishing, that's legit. Like, I gotta get into this. And it took the second season, but when Carl messaged me, asked me if I wanted to do it, I was all in.
What about you guys? Same thing, pretty much, really.
I'd seen it last year. I was definitely interested. Like Charles said, team aspect seemed pretty cool.
The big thing I'll tell you from going from last year and being now a part of the first year, the biggest thing that I feel like anglers were looking for that they're going to get this year is that the return on investment is there if you make it to the right spot this year. Because I could tell you that our pot for the playoff teams has almost tripled, not quite at tripled, definitely over doubled for what it was year one. So the Maulers, they just laid the blueprint for it, man. They really had no out-of-pocket expenses in year one because they had sponsorship involvement. And I've learned so much, not just fishing, but I've learned so much about approaching sponsors and how to talk to sponsors for the team now, which has helped me personally trying to get sponsors for myself. It's I feel like this whole thing makes you better as a business person, like investing in yourself, in your brand. Because if you want to do this for real, like you want to do this and actually do this for, I won't say a living, but do this to the point to where you can make money off of it and sustain a portion of your life off of it and enjoy what you love to do. You have to build a brand for yourself. I don't mean get sponsors. I mean build a brand for yourself. But you're just going to learn a lot, man. And I'm looking I like the energy you guys, especially you, JR, man. I like the fact that you have that. There we go. I like the fact that you have that. You threw me off when you was like, I'm quiet, but I like to talk shit.
I'm not going to lie.
And when you said I'm quiet, but I like to talk shit, I was like, I like.
You see me at the ramp, I'm the quietest person.
Charles has he's gonna have he's got the beard to battle some of the other beard. You're gonna be in contention. I see you working on it. It's just they take a little while. Charles is in contention with Blackbeard and with Preston. You're working on it.
I just cut about an inch and a half off of it too. So.
Oh, okay. And then I love David because David has this stare that's like I'm just all intensity. And then you start talking to him, he's like the nicest, just a cool ass dude, just nice as hell. You know what I'm saying? And then Carl's like business. Look at Carl. Just look at Carl's picture right now. He's like, y'all gonna know about Delaware. Y'all gonna know about Delaware.
Yeah.
See what I like about our team. What I like about our team is we've got the ponds, the little shallow water ponds, tannic ponds. We got the rivers. We've got the reservoirs that are real close so we can all fish. We've got the tidal water. I mean, we've got it all with an hour and a half of us
Yep.
and we can
Anything
all
from
fish. We've
clear
all fished.
water to muddy water.
I mean, we got a little bit of everything around us. Yeah, we can contend with just about everybody.
Got smallmouth, got largemouth,
That's
got spot.
that's what's nice about this
Where you
team
at?
and where we're at.
Carl, who we
That's what I
missing
like
tonight?
about it. I mean, we got there's a
we're
good
missing
background
Mike.
right here with these guys.
We're
Mike
missing,
who?
Mike Russell and Doug Rash.
Doug. So you still got a couple spots that you could fill out then.
We got one spot open.
One spot open? Okay, nice. So,
Yep.
you're in the Delaware area or Maryland area and you're a good stick, hit Carl up, man. You still got a spot. You can come audition. You got to be able to beat JR in 1 hour on whatever body of water he picks with one lure, 4-pound test line. You got to be able to beat him.
There you go.
Actually, I mean, you don't even have to be from this area. I mean, we've got to travel to New York. We got to travel to PA. We got to travel to Washington and Virginia. Somebody from New York hit me up.
So did y'all hear what I said when Carl's like just all business? There you go,
Absolutely.
baby. There you go, baby. So what will be, from all you guys, what will be considered a successful first season for you guys?
Chick or bust.
Hell yeah. Championship.
Is that general consensus?
Yep.
Yeah.
Chick or bust, baby.
Chick or hey, I'm gonna pick this up so you can see. They putting y'all on notice. KFL chick. In case y'all not paying attention, the chick is the championship. So it's the championship or bust. Is a successful season for them. Championship or bust.
We're all in.
There's no BS here.
Okay, I like it.
None.
I like it. I really like it, actually. So, who would you say? Who do you see maybe having the possibility of being a rival? Is there anyone? Or are we going to figure that out in season one for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll figure it out season one. I mean, we haven't played anybody. The closest team to us would probably be Pennsylvania, or one of you guys in Virginia. But I mean, you guys aren't in our division. You guys aren't even in our conference. So as far as our division and our conference, I mean, Pennsylvania is the closest. But we've never played them. We haven't played anybody. So I guess we'll see. We'll see year one.
All y'all guys feel the same way? Don't have anybody? Not yet?
No.
Whoever loses gets the closest us to the points.
So what'd you think of your schedule after the schedule release? What'd you think of the schedule?
I like it.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah. Any matchups you seeing as being tough or no? Y'all just gonna knock it out of the park?
Nah.
Nothing
I don't know.
really.
No.
So-
David, nothing. Nobody gonna be tough. Y'all just beat shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Imagine everybody a little bit of a fight.
Yeah, roll right on.
There's a
in there.
couple unknowns for me. That Virginia team. I'm not familiar with where they're fishing.
The Reapers, right? Y'all face the Reapers, correct?
Yeah, Reapers.
We face them twice. We face them 2 weeks in a row.
Well, I mean, I talked a lot of shit on the schedule release about them because we did a King of Virginia thing where all three of us, we won. And I fish against them, shit, everybody on their team, so it's like a healthy rivalry just at personal level. And then like they put their team together and they started talking like all this mad shit about they about to be the King of Virginia. So I was like, well, let's have this tournament or whatever. So that's why I talk a lot like mad shit about it. They got some sticks, they got some hammers, they got some guys who can fish on their team. They do. So I don't know where they're gonna put you. I can tell you wherever they put you, I probably fished there.
We do know we have an open slot, so
I'm on a team already, but if they kick me off, I'll keep it in mind. Really, because they might mutiny me. You never know. We are called the privateers, and mutiny is a thing for pirates. So I don't know. But we got some good waters here. We do. We got a lot of waters. We got some reservoirs that are deep and clear. Not a lot of them, but we have some reservoirs that are deep and clear. We have more natural lakes here. We got a couple tidal rivers. that you would probably really. I mean, one of the matchups I lost last year that really hurt us was on one of our tidal rivers, but it's a really good fishery. The Chickahominy River, you probably heard of it. Really good fishery. So if they put you there, if you're, I mean, I say this, man. I don't think there are many weak links in the KFL. I think most of the anglers in the KFL, probably like over 90%, are good anglers. They can actually fish. You can figure it out. So, obviously home teams are going to have an advantage because they know the best spots on the bodies of water that they put you on. But you can't go into it thinking that, just because I'm the home team, we're going to win. You still got to go out there and perform. You got to go out there and stick those fish. All of you have had days where you got 25 bites and missed 22 of them.
The thing about it is when we face the Reapers and when we face Washington for the one game is really those are all home games us too, because with the bodies of water that we have to fish around here, like it's just a normal day fishing, having to drive 2 hours to go fish. So
actually for Washington, 100%. 100%.
It's nothing to drive to any of the Virginia waters for a week for just last Saturday to go fish. So really Virginia and Washington are home waters for us too, really.
But lucky y'all don't play us, because if that was the case, I'd be like, hey, anybody with a Delaware tag or a Maryland tag comes near any of these lakes, tell them the lake's closed. I got some friends in DNR, you know what I'm saying? So we'll make sure you don't have any time to practice on the water. No, I mean, that's
the best way I like to fish anyway. You show up and fish. That's the best way to do it.
We'll put a pinhole in your kayak, so just in that.
That's the best way I did it this year. You just show up and fish, and
so, you're right, JR. Sometimes
it is. I'm telling you.
Sometimes just fishing the moment is the best way to fish it. With no practice, just getting out there and figuring out why you're out there.
I pre-fished a couple tournaments this year, and I did good in pre-fishing. Found the fish, backed off, went there to the tournament, and flat out just sucked. Absolutely sucked. 0, nothing. And then the tournaments I didn't pre-fish, I absolutely killed it on.
I tell you,
that's what I feed off of that. Waters I haven't fished, going out there and fishing those.
Well, then you'll love this format. You're gonna
maybe
love
one day of pre-fishing, if that. That's what I like to do.
Another great thing that you haven't realized is that you're going to be able to fish gyms that maybe not everybody knows about. Everybody knows about the Gunnersvilles and the Sinclairs and all that stuff, but like a lot of teams we put people on great bodies of water, but they're not like big name bodies of water.
Mm-hmm.
And you go out there and have a hell of a day, a 50 fish day, and 30 of them are like over 17 inches.
I haven't heard our name, so I just think we're underestimated a little bit. That's all. I think KFL is going to be a little bit surprised by us.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the great thing about all the new teams. I mean, you're not really going to hear the name because we're still meeting. I'm trying to put the content out there to meet the guys. So I could tell you that you guys. So doing the interviews last season, I don't know if you guys watched any of this from year one. The energy that I'm getting from you guys reminds me of the Rebels. And going in, like when I did the interview, I was like, I think this is going to be a team to watch. I think this is going to be a dangerous team. And they were. So I got a good feeling, except for when you face me. Then I don't have a good feeling. So you'll be all right. But I really do have a good feeling about the team, man. The energy that you guys give, the confidence. Right. And it's not cocky confidence. It's just literally it's confidence. And the diversity, it sounds like the diversity of your fisheries that you have right there that you guys have to deal with on a regular basis makes you a well-rounded team. That's something we saw, or I think a lot of anglers saw who fished this last year, was especially from the South. And I'm not knocking the South. Don't anybody from South watching right now, I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm from the South, from Florida. Okay. In the South, most of the lakes are the same, like close to being exactly the same. So we don't have the ability to be diverse, to have those muddy water fisheries, to have those tidal fisheries, this, that, and the third. sounds like you guys got all that stuff right there in your corner, and Carl put some thought into how he prepared the team or who he
Right in our
accepted to come on the
wheelhouse.
team. Right in the warehouse to shape the team so that you guys are well-rounded. So sounds like Carl did his job as the owner.
He definitely did a lot of work. So mad props to
So
Carl.
far. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Were you guys excited about the schedule?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who was your first matchup? I don't. Maybe I'll pull it up.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
At Pennsylvania
comes
or
here.
at home? Oh, they come there.
No, they come here.
So do you guys have your lakes figured out already? Like your four bodies of water. I won't say lakes. It is not a secret, man.
Yeah, we do.
You do?
Yeah, we for the most part we know where we're fishing and where we're fishing against.
I don't need to know who you're going to put on, but are you willing to say what your? Because eventually you're going to have before the season starts, you have to put out your lakes and everybody's going to know them. I'm not saying who you're going to put on them, but are you willing to say what your four bodies of waters are right now?
I'll give you two.
Okay.
So we're going to fish the Upper Chesapeake and the Delaware River.
Shit to both of those.
And then the other two, we're not telling.
Why would you tell those? God damn it! All right. Delaware River, huh? Oh, I'm glad I'm not on you guys' schedule as a home game. Just be honest. I hear. So I mean, I watch Ike's show a lot because I really like Ike. And they always talk about the Delaware River. And they talk about you can catch fish there. You're just not going to catch big fish there unless you know where to go and how to catch the big fish there, which means that it's a tough fishery. So,
yeah, I don't think the team that's going to fish against us on the Delaware River will have any clue as to where to go.
I mean, they might hit. You never know. One of them might know Mike might be Mike's cousin or something. Maybe they hit Mike up and be like, "Hey, man, learns us some things so we can beat this Delaware team."
I'll tell Mike not to tell him. I know a buddy that's best friends with Mike. I'll tell him not to talk.
Well, I tried to help you guys out. I'm sorry. Well, man, I love that. I'm looking forward to it now. So, what's the statement that this Delaware Doom team is going to make? You said chick or bust.
Chick or bust.
You said chick or bust. But are you going to make a statement in that first matchup?
Yeah, for sure. That's the start of our at bare minimum undefeated at home streak. We don't lose at home.
No.
So you're saying, take it back to last year. You're saying you're going to be Alabama Hammers. You're going to be Texas or Lone Star Bandits. And I think Connecticut Renegades are going to be undefeated at home. That's my thing. I put that out there in the thing. I think they are. And so you're saying
them at home?
What's that?
Do we play Connecticut at home?
Connecticut comes here. We don't go there.
Okay. Then they're good then.
Okay. Yeah.
They won't
I honestly think Connecticut's going to be undefeated at home. So you guys are saying you're going to be undefeated at home. So what's the record? What are you saying is going to be your record?
How many games we got? 8.
Come on, JR. Yeah. Come on, man.
8. I'm going 6-2.
Oh, I thought you said how many games? That's going to be our record. 8-0. That's what I'm saying. 6-2. Okay.
Nah, I'm not going 8-0. 6-2.
What you guys?
6-2.
I got 7-1. 6. Okay.
6-2. Yeah.
David, I want to hear you say it, David. He had on mute. David, I want to hear you say it. What's going to be the record?
I'm thinking 6-2. I like that.
6-2. Okay. What can we expect from game one? Like for numbers wise, what can we expect? You guys know where you're taking them. You don't have to say, but you know where you're taking. What can we expect for numbers?
Is it top 10 or top 20?
It's top 20.
Top 20 per team?
Yeah.
Mm.
Go ahead, Carl.
As far as numbers for us,
I'm sorry. We're talking about total fish that match in the matchup, right? So it's
total
top
fish in
10.
the match.
It's top 10 for whatever your team, top 10 for the opposing team. I'm sorry. Not top 20.
Oh, okay. 185, 190.
185, one. So you're going to have over an 18-inch average.
For us, yeah.
Yeah, no, obviously. That's obviously for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, Carl, you're the owner. I'm gonna put you on the spot, bro. Who's gonna be the MVP of the team then for the season? Who you think it's gonna be? You put this team together. You had things in mind when you came up with it. So, no disrespect to any other angle on the team, but I'm just these are business statements.
God,
Man,
that's rough.
That is. Honestly, I don't know.
Teams that
I know
well
it won't
rounded.
be me.
Teams that well rounded. The teams that well rounded. You don't know.
It really is. Yeah.
No, I like it. That's good. That's very good because a lot of teams in year one didn't look at trying to be well rounded. So,
Honestly, I think he's right.
Yeah.
It's an absolute tough pick. That's very tough.
Well, Jack Tibbins he's very confident that he's going to beat you guys.
We got a few guys on here tonight that aren't on here tonight. I mean, there's a couple guys that go out there and kill me tonight.
So
we went out in the lake right now, put me to shame.
So just real quick, the two guys that are not here tonight are both reigning angler of the years.
Yeah, I mean we.
So y'all keep them in the back pocket on purpose. Like, hey, don't come on the feed tonight.
No,
they got stuff going on.
They just
we don't know
available.
people. We don't want everybody to know who you are. Don't worry about it. We're gonna break y'all out like a secret weapon.
Nah, they're freaking two guys that aren't on tonight are freaking good.
They're both AOI.
Yes.
So, would you say that is your confidence the confidence that you have in your team, or the fact that you just like it doesn't matter who's in front of us, we're just going to beat them? Is it cockiness?
That's
or is
a team.
it like you just have confidence in the people? In your
complete team.
Team for sure.
We're a complete team.
Okay, I like it. So 180 to 190. What you're going to have in the first matchup
on week one? Yeah.
On week one, what are they going to have? You know your fishery. What are they going to have?
160,
You already got your hold on. Do you already have your lineup figured out for that matchup?
No, we haven't gone that far yet. We know where we're fishing. We just don't know who's gonna be there.
Well, here's another tough question for you, Carl. Do you have a formula for how you're going to figure out who you're going to start in each matchup?
I mean, I guess we'll probably eliminate whoever's not available. Obviously, take them out of the lineup, and then whoever is available, we'll work on pre-fishing and I guess whoever's on them, who's ever got the spot, who's ever on them. I guess we'll pick 4 out of that. And go
excuse me. Okay. Team have any sponsors right now? Did you want to shout out?
We got a few fishing related sponsors, and we got a couple non-endemics.
Do you want to give them a shout out or no?
Yeah, so we got Pam Price with Remax Coast and Country. She's a non-endemic sponsor that we have. We reached out and Delaware Paddle Sports on board.
I assumed y'all had them. I really did.
Delaware Paddle Sports, yeah. That was big for us
though.
to get them on board. Yeah. So let's see. We got Pumping Hard Charters, David's family's business. They're on board with us. I believe JR just lined up Concord Pet supplies for us. They're another non-endemic. Let's see, who else did we just get? We got Biz Baits. Charles lined up Biz Baits for us. Working on a couple more local companies, non-endemic and fishing related. There's one more that we just got. I'm drawing a blank. Man, I apologize. I'm drawing a blank on that.
It's all good. It's all good. You'll have more opportunities. Don't think this is going to be the last interview we do at Delaware Doom.
Yeah, I mean, we're still working on a few things to try and get some more sponsors on board.
I can tell you,
especially
first year,
non-endemic.
First year, bro. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Really awesome. And hats off to you, man. You're putting in the work to get your team the stuff it needs to help it succeed. The sponsors, the dollars, whatever it may be, whether it be dollars, whether it be gear, whether it be tackle, whatever. You're doing what you have to do to get your team in the best position to succeed. So that is awesome, man. I didn't see that success until this year in that term. Like last year, I looked at it like first year, everybody's gonna be like, what the hell is KFL? So, the sponsors that I did get, it was, hey, let us show you what we can do. And then year two, we'll talk about what you can do for us. But that is awesome because that helps.
Actually, go ahead.
But I was going to say that's awesome because it helps your team out. It makes it easier for your team to, travel to do what it needs to do. So,
yeah. I mean, we're also working with Rogue Fishing.
Somebody said Rogue. I think it was Charles.
Yeah. We got a partnership, or I got a partnership through FSKA with Rogue Fishing. They've been with us since the beginning of that trail series. So I reached out to them, and they're on board with us here for the Doom team. Also, Nichols Lures. We got Nichols Lures on board. And yeah, I mean, we're still working on a few. We still got a few deals in the works. It's just nothing finalized yet. So our goal year one is to be able to cover all of our expenses. Definitely our team fee, jersey costs, travel expenses, gas, food, lodging, all that. Yeah. If we can have that covered, I mean, that's a successful year one in terms of, being able to get the revenue to run this team for the year.
Have you, just from owner to owner, or just because that's what you said you want to do, have you reached out to people to find out what the number looked like last year for that to be done? Like have a goal for a number? If you want message me later. I can give you a very solid number of what it was for my team last season, which was the goal I set for sponsorship dollars this season, so that nothing came out of pocket for my players. So we can just hit me up, man. I'm willing to give you any information I got. So cool. I have thoroughly enjoyed this interview, guys. I thoroughly enjoy your general energy and the general confidence that your team has and the different personalities. It seems like your team just melds, and I like it. I knew nothing about the Delaware Doom before tonight, but I think I know some things about the Delaware Doom after tonight. And it kind of makes me want to face you guys, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, there's a chance we will. Check.
Yeah. You said, the check? Oh, I mean,
check, chick or bus.
Yeah, well.
Chick or bus. I'll put it on a shirt.
Chick or bus. You can put it on a shirt. Well, send me that shirt. I want one.
Shirt.
Well, everybody watching, man, thank y'all for sticking with us. This is the Delaware Doom. You got Carl, Zach, Charles, JR, David, and who are we missing again, Carl?
We're missing Mike Russell and Doug Rash.
Mike Russell, Doug Rash, AOIs, and some trails that they were talking about. All these guys seem to know what they're talking about when it comes to fishing. I look forward to seeing it put into action, but I think it will be put into action in a good way. I think I'm now circling a matchup in the Delaware Doom and the Connecticut Renegade just because of all the jabbing that Jack's been putting in.
Is that where he's from?
Yeah, he's on the Renegade.
All right, because I might Facebook and Instagram him.
Yeah. Hey, so that's a good point, JR. Hey, I would like all of you guys to say where people, if you have any type of social media, say where people can follow you and track Delaware Doom, the team, as well as you as a individual. Starting with you, Carl.
So Instagram is Hegarty_fishing. Let's see, I run
You
the
might have to spell
FSKA
that.
page.
Can you spell it out?
Yeah, it's HEGERTY_fishing on Instagram. I run the First State Kayak Anglers page. Anybody can check that page out. And then, just regular Facebook, you can hit me up, Carl Haggerty. You should be able to find me.
Okay. And what's the team's social media? I don't know if you missed it. If you mentioned, I missed it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's KFL Delaware Doom.
KFL Delaware Doom. All right, Zach, what you got, bro?
I got nothing, man. I'm low key. Facebook.
You don't do social media?
Nah, not really, man.
I mean, how old are you, Zach?
32, 33.
Do you like a millennial, man? What you mean you don't do social media?
Nah, just Facebook, man.
All right. Charles, what you got, bro?
Just Charles Coleman Fishing on Instagram and Facebook.
Charles Coleman Fishing on Instagram and Facebook. That's pretty easy.
Yeah, I tried to do the YouTube thing. Still kind of working on that one a little bit, but yeah. Speaking of which, we got some good stuff probably coming. Got some drones and stuff like that. So
nice.
Delaware will definitely have some cool videos coming out here.
Hey, before we continue with this, I want to say to you guys, please think about your camera placement or your phone placement for when you're on live, because you will be on live when you're fishing, especially if you're catching fish. I'm going to bring you on. So if you're catching fish, expect to be on live while you're fishing.
Oh, there'll be a lot of us then.
So, no crotch shots. I really don't like those. The best thing... what people really want to see is something over the shoulder, so where we can see what you're doing as well as hear you. And lessons learned: maybe invest in some headphones or some earbuds. That way, when you're live and you're talking to people, you don't have to be right next to the phone to hear them. You know what I mean? It helps you being able to do what you have to do, vice trying to lean forward and hear what they're saying to you while you're trying to fish. That's just, because I did it last year and it was shit that annoyed me. So what you got, JR, for your social media, man?
So Facebook's JR Rents, RENTZ. And then
JR Rents, okay.
Instagram is JR Rents Fishing.
All right. So JR Rents, Instagram and Facebook's the same, right? That's what it sounded like.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hit them up, JR Rents, Instagram and Facebook. Jack, I put it up there for you, but I'll put it up there again. Jack wants you guys to know.
I'm checking him out. Trust
me.
me.
He wants you to know where you can go to
Jack.
Where you can figure out who Jack is.
As soon as we get off here, I'm checking him out.
All right. I appreciate you guys, man. I really thoroughly enjoyed the interview, man. And I look forward to see what you guys can do this season, because there's a lot of confidence just oozing off this team, and I'm excited about that.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining me, man. Thank you for not making it hard to do this interview. You made it very easy.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That was
hit me up anytime.
I will, man. I definitely will. Everybody, that was the Delaware Doom. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sticking with us, man. And look for what they're going to do in the KFL 2022 season. It's gonna be a headbanger. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Tune it out, man. KFL tonight. We out. Peace, people.